Teresa Rene. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has been a minute since I have gotten to do a live vlog, and hopefully not live, not live, but a vlog or whatever. So this is gonna be like a vlog haul. It's late night, girl. It is 10 o'clock. Not late, but it's 10 o'clock. And I went to church tonight. We have revival, our fall revival, and it is awesome. So I went to church tonight. I come back. I was a little bit hyped. So I said, you know what? Let me film this little video. Yeah, real quick while I'm in the mood, child. So I got this off of Amazon. Y'all know I got a Louis Vuitton bag for Christmas. I got the Speedy 35. And I love it, but I don't carry it as much as I thought I would. I don't know. I just don't. But so I purchased an insert, and I got the insert off of Amazon. So I'm hoping that it fits inside this bag. And let me tell you one of the reasons I probably don't carry it as much. I got this in a large. Is because I am more of a structured purse kind of girl. My husband bought me this Speedy 35, and I love it. I enjoy it. I did get the the base. I ordered the base like earlier this year, and that helps a lot because I cannot stand a drooping purse, child. But so it helps a lot. So, but I wanted to get this base. It's an organizer. So I got the base. I wanted to get the organizer to just kind of see if it would just actually help stand the bag up some. Because most of the time when I carry it, I put things that I carry in pouches so it don't just be fumbling around in the bag. But this is a really nice insert, and it has like so many ways to organize this thing. It's got like all kind of pockets on the inside, probably more pockets than I will actually use. It has a big pocket here. It has 2 pockets on the side. So I just want to put it in here and just see how it works inside this Speedy 35. I almost wish, but I almost wish that he would have gotten me, I can't say it too loud, a 30. Because I'm one of those people that medium size bags are my thing. Medium. I used to love big purses, and I have big purses, but I'm more of a medium size. This actually helps a little bit, but you know what? I think it recommended the large, but I think I could have went up to the extra large, to be honest. But once I put items in it, it'll probably be okay. And again, I don't know, girl, I might snatch this out and just carry my bag like it normally is. But it did give it a little structure. But I really think I should have sized up and got the extra large. They recommended the large, but I still have so much room that... But like I said, once I fill it out, I don't want it to be too heavy. Because, girl, me and these shoulders, honey. Hello. Girl, I am so excited. Y'all know what? It's a blessing to get older. It's so funny because I've been through so much, y'all, this last few months. I haven't really been active in answering, responding back to you all. And normally I am very active with responding back. It might take me a little while, but I want to say I'm sorry about that. I do read your comments. I hadn't been able to read all comments, but I do read, for the most part, comments, and I'll like them or heart them or something like that. So I put it back in my bag. I love these dust covers that they give you. They should give you some dust covers and something else for how much these things cost. But girl, it has been a lot going on. So I like and heart it or something like that, but I just hadn't really been able to like reply and respond like I normally would. But it's just been busy. I am a great grandmother. Brace yourself. For me to brace myself. I am a great grandmother, and you know what? It's a blessing. I have a granddaughter that my oldest son's daughter actually just had a baby, and his name is Talon. And Y'all, he's a miracle baby. The doctors call him a miracle baby. My granddaughter is just a miracle. God is so good. And child, let me tell you, I had planned to film and do everything like I did my daughter's birth. I'm birthing her daughter. But my granddaughter, I'm gonna tell y'all the story now. She had, so it might be just a vlog. I might not have time to haul to. She had called me. She was due the 9th, September 9th. She called me on like the 4th and was like, Grandma, I want to come down to your house. And I was like, okay, but I'm thinking it's time for her to have the baby. And then I'm also thinking that we're due a hurricane. So Hurricane Dorian was actually, you know, surfacing around trying to come and everything, right? So I was like, okay. I said, but, you know, the hurricane is coming. She's like, Grandma, I really want to come to your house. So I was like, okay, fine. I mean, okay. So I go to my mom's to pick her up. So I met Brian over there. Go to my mom's to pick her up. So when I get there, she is in pain. But she's been in pain for like 2 weeks up to now. So she's in pain. And I'm like, I really don't think you need to go home with me. I said, because she called me like on the 3rd. I said, because you're hurting, and if the hurricane comes, baby, I won't be, because I live in the country, and I didn't want to take her to a little local country hospital. I wanted to get her to Raleigh where her mom could come, my son could come, you know, and stuff like that. So, because I live so far out, I live probably like 45 minutes from the hospital she was going to, and that's with good traffic, because sometimes they'd be working on the roads or the traffic be bad, to just not knowing when she would go in labor. I really did not want to bring her home with me. So I got to my mom's. When I see her hurting, I'm like, you better go back with your dad, honestly. I just don't think it's a good idea for you to come home with me. And she was just so pitiful. Girl, she looked like she wanted to cry. And I'm just like, what is the problem? You know, I mean, so I let her come home. So my son leaves. He forget his charger. He come back. So I done told her to go with him because I just thought it would be, you know, better. So they come back. And when they come back, so I go out to the car. Y'all, was feeling so bad. Girl, I was feeling so bad because this child wanted to go home with me so bad. And I was feeling horrible because I was just like, she don't need to go home with me because, you know, she about to have this baby. So she comes home with me. She stayed a couple of days and everything. She's hurting, you know, and stuff. So I'm giving her Tylenol. She's drinking a lot of apple juice, water, because she was getting dehydrated prior to, which kept sending her into like preterm, you know, like preterm labor or whatever you call it, child. But the baby was almost due. So, okay. So I'm just, you know, so I'm in my sitting room. And she wanted spaghetti so bad. She worried the crap out of me for spaghetti. Grandma, can you please cook baked spaghetti? Can you please cook baked spaghetti? So I was like, okay, let me cook this darn spaghetti. Girl, I was so freaking tired. I got up, though, because I had to keep Zoe. Not only did I have honesty, I had to keep Zoe. So, well, no, that was the next week. So I said, okay, let me go get this stuff for the spaghetti. I was really tired, but I got up because I had been running, doing a lot of running. So I got up and got stuff for the spaghetti. I cooked the spaghetti. This was on a Wednesday night. I cooked that freaking baked spaghetti, and I cooked so much of it and brought it into her because she was hurting so bad. She was so miserable. She's really skinny. She's young, and that baby was whipping that tail, child. So I bought her a plate of spaghetti, and she was like, she couldn't eat it. She was like, Grandma, she said, just put it in the microwave. I'll eat it in a few minutes. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'm in there, girl done started twisting my hair up and everything. Started twisting my hair. I heard a little voice say, Grandma. And I was like, okay. So I said, yes, honesty. She said something, but her voice is so soft. I couldn't understand what she was saying. So my husband said, Renee, Honesty's calling you. So I came back here. I came in the room where she was, and she said, she was laying in the bed. She said, Grandma, my water broke. And I was like, oh my God. I said, okay. So then I got nervous. And I was like, oh my God, her water broke. So then I was like, Renee, calm yourself down. I had to talk to myself, girl. I had to talk to myself. Calm yourself down. You cannot freak out. So I said, okay, let's get ready to go. Girl, she get up, she is just, oh, he coming. Oh my God, he coming. I gotta push. I said, no, you do not. I said, honestly, I need for you to calm down, baby. He's not coming right now. I need for you to calm down. I'm going to drive you to Raleigh. Because she wanted to go to this small little country hospital. She was like, Grandma, just take me to Smithfield. Just take me to Smithfield. And I was like, no, I promised you. Because I wanted her mom, her dad to be a part of that birthing process. And I know I would have kind of been upset had I not gotten a call or got the opportunity, whatever. Anyway, so I said, I'm going to drive you to Wake Med. So I left driving in the car with her. My husband came behind me in the car. And we get to the hospital. She get checked in and everything. So her mom had to come from Rocky Mount, which is probably like an hour. Might be a little bit over an hour away. Which my son is probably like about 20 minutes away. About 15 minutes away. So I'm in that room with her and everything. So, girl, the doctor came in and he said, oh, it's time for her to start pushing. I was like, what? Because, you know, first babies take forever. Especially, like, first babies normally just take forever. But she had been laboring for 2 days. And I guess her cervix was changing and everything. And, girl, I was sitting there like, oh, my God. I really took a serious chance. But girl, I just went into that mode. And I was talking to my sister on the phone while I was on the way to the hospital. And she was like, girl, you might have to pull over, call the ambulance. I was like, girl, I'm fine. She thought when my granddaughter would get, you know, I'd be like, Icy, just breathe, baby, just breathe. Calm down, just breathe. So she was following my instructions really well. Girl, so she's pushing. Okay, Brian's gotten there. Her mom's gotten there. She's pushing. So, and everything is going well. Everything is, now when we got there, her blood pressure was high. It really was high. But, so she's pushing and everything is going fine. The baby's heartbeat is fine. Her heartbeat's fine. Everything is fine. I heard her, I'm standing at the head of the bed because I'm coaching her from the head. Her mama's down low. And I heard her mama say, what's wrong with my baby? And I was like, oh, it's nothing wrong with her. I said, when she's going to be okay. She's just pushed. She's like, no, Teresa, something's wrong with my baby. Girl, when I looked at her eyes was flickering real fast, and she started seizing. She was having, like, seizures, and her head, which, y'all know, you've seen people have seizures. It was so scary. Her mom went to screaming and yelling and crying. She jumped up. She ran over to where Brian was. He was screaming. So it was just the three of us in there with all the doctors. So many doctors and nurses rushed in there because in the process, he's gotten so far down that he's too far down for them to turn around and try to do a C-section, and he's not far enough to come out. So, girl, it was like, she was seizing, and then she just went unconscious. She was just laying on the bed, and she's just lying there, y'all, just out. She's out. Her mom and her dad are just freaking out. So I am having to calm them down, having to stay calm myself. So I go over to them, and I'm calming them down. And which my son, he was just crying. He was just upset, but he was trying to, you know, maintain his composure. Her mama was going crazy, as I can imagine, because it was really, really scary. It was just so scary because she was just not responding. She's unconscious. So I calmed her mom. Well, I didn't calm her mom down, but you know, from the screaming and the yelling, I'm like, she cannot hear you like this. She needs you to be calm, you know. So she was like, Teresa, just go to her bedside. Just go to her bedside. So I went over there, girl. I'm praying, child. You know, I'm sitting out there praying, honey. I got my hands on her praying while one doctor had a suction cup on the baby head, and when she had a contraction, another doctor was pushing on her belly, and they were guiding the baby out. I saw them bring in the crash cart. When they brought that crash cart in there, now I thought my son was going to pass completely out. I was like, oh my God. But I still had to stay calm and everything, you know. So I'm just praying. This girl, it's like it's all you know to do. My instincts kicked in from what grandma used to say. Yeah, all I know, girl, is prayer. You got to pray, honey. Because sometimes you can't control what's going on. And sometimes you just got to pray. You know what I'm saying? You just got to pray. So they got the baby out. The baby was just fine once they got him out. They didn't know that baby. They thought the baby was going to die. Like, seriously. They told us they didn't think the baby was going to make it. So she begins to come to a little bit. but she's still like kind of out of it. So she come to, and so she kisses the baby. They put the baby up there. She kissed the baby, but she still is not herself. You know what I'm saying? But we thought, okay, everything is good. So I hung around for like an hour and a half. Everything was fine. I get back home. Now keep in mind, y'all, it still started raining. The wind has picked up. We got tropical storm coming through. And I my son called me, and it was like her kidneys were failing, her blood pressure is dropping, which her blood pressure was dropping when I was there, but we thought she was fine. Her blood pressure is dropping, her kidneys are failing, her she's bleeding, they can't get her to stop bleeding. And I was like, okay, I had to go back. So I had to drive all the way, well, Chris drove me all the way back up there. On the way, girl, I'm just texting. I had my prayer warriors, girl, just, hey, just pray, giving them the Reader's Digest version of what's going on, just pray. And I broke down on the way back, but I was like, you gotta get yourself together, T. You gotta get yourself together. So I had to get myself together, because when I went back in front of them, I could not be all the pieces. So they had put her in ICU. When I went in there, girl, I went into the ICU room, and she was lying there just like a little angel. Oh my God, y'all. She looked so peaceful, just laying there, just. And it took me for, you know what I'm saying, like, oh my God. But all you can do is pray and have faith. You know what I'm saying? And her kidneys were shutting down, and girl, just prayer. That's all you could do. Pray. Go in that room, pray. My cousin is a minister. She comes, she prayed. That's all you could do. So we stayed there, and we stayed there, and like, I don't know, maybe 8 hours later, they come in, so her kidneys were looking better. Okay, good. They come in, her blood pressure was looking better. So it was like little bit by little bit by little bit, everything started changing for the good, just changing and changing around for the good. Honey, don't. And the moral of this story is, all you could do is just trust God and depend on God. Sometimes that's all you can do. Like, you just have to put it in God's hands. And when I look back over the whole situation, over everything, when I begin to look back, God had me there for a reason. Because I tell you, had she gone into labor with the hurricane, threat of the hurricane coming, and the winds and the rain, I probably wouldn't have gone up there. I probably would have just been like, okay, because I'm thinking it's going to be a normal birth. She's young. We've never had any issues basically with anybody giving birth. So you think that everything is just going to be fine. So she goes. So I probably would not have been there, but God have a reason for us to be everywhere, for everything that happens to happen, because I needed to be there. First of all, I needed to be there for comfort for my son and her mom, like for her mom and her dad, basically. They would have need. I mean, seeing how they were, I can only imagine how it would have been had I not been there. And I was just so calm. It was just like, I did what my grandma would do. So sometimes when you're at a loss, if you had anybody, and for me, I love my mother, I do. But my grandmother was more like my mom. Like, I spent a lot of time with my grandmother. I don't take anything from my mom. I love my mom. But my grandmother, in so many ways, prepared me for and I'm not saying my mom didn't, but you know how sometimes in life you just have somebody, and it doesn't always have to be your parents. They are just such of an influence on your life, and they teach you and they mold you, and they equip you with things that you would never, that in times like that, it's like it automatically kicks in. Or sometimes you say to yourself, I say to myself sometimes, what would grandma do? You know what I'm saying? And I found myself so much lately just saying, what would grandma do? Because she was all about, my grandma was one of them big mamas, so she was all about peace, love, God, basically. Her testimonial song is, yes, God is real. And honey, she was singing that song. And that's one of those songs that it just gets in your spirit, and it's just, oh. And I'm telling you, what would grandma do? Grandma would have got some prayer words. She would stay calm. First of all, she would stay calm. She would pray. She would get other people to praying. And girl, before you know it, it starts to overflowing, honey. This person praying, that person praying. Don't tell me prayer won't work. So the doctors come in, they like, well, things are changing pretty quickly. Her age, because of her age, she's able to recover real fast. She's recovering so fast. That's not because of God she's recovering so fast. I mean, and every time they come in, they just be like, wow, with all you've been through. With all you've been through. It's so crazy, but honey, won't he do it? Yes, he will. God will do it. He'll step in. And my grandma used to always also say, stay prayed up, honey, because you never know when the time might come that you can't pray. And all you can say is Jesus. All you can do is just call on the Lord. Just say, God, help me. But you store up prayers. And I never forget, this lady testified to me one day. She said, whoa, honey, y'all know when I talk about my grandma, it's just, this lady said, honey, if only you knew the prayers that you had stored up for you from your grandma. And she really didn't, it was amazing, but she was like, if only you knew the prayers that you had stored up in heaven from your grandma. And I was like, wow, I received that, because I know she prayed for me, because girl, let me tell you, sister was a mess. I'm telling you, I was. And I know my grandma prayed for me, because there's no way I could have made it through and be as good as I am today. And I mean, like, as put together as I am today, with a lot that I went through in life, and even having a son that's bipolar. People don't understand that when you have someone that has a mental illness in your family, it takes, especially your child, it takes so much out of you, honey. Let me tell you something, because there is times that I had to be like, God, I need you to come and see about me. This is more than I can handle. This is more than I can stand. I just need you to come see about me. God, I can't. You said you wouldn't put no more on me than you can bear. Well, God, I can't bear this. This is more than I can handle. And girl, God will work it out, honey. Let me tell you, he will work it out. I am a living witness here to tell you that if you just have the faith and you just keep the faith and hang in there, I don't care what you're going through. It could be your child, it could be your spouse, it could be, the enemy playing tricks on your mind. Just hold on to God's unchanging hand. And the problem today, a lot of us, we don't want to go to God, or we just don't want to go when things are going bad, but we don't think about them when things are going good. We need to always hold on to God's unchanging hand. We need to always whisper a little prayer. When you wake up in the mornings, before you get out of bed, say, good morning, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for waking me up this morning. I mean, I pray for my family. I pray for my kids. I pray for myself. A lot of times before I even step foot out my bed in the morning, because honey, you don't never know what the day is gonna bring. You never ever know. Today I was in an accident, and I was a firm believer in praying before I get up in the morning. I ask God to send his angels along the car and protect us and provide a shield, things like that. Honey, we were in a car accident one day, and it fell down. A guardrail from up above a bridge fell down in front of my car. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. And I'm just here to encourage you. Stay encouraged in the Lord. In times of trouble, call on him. Call on him before times of trouble, but definitely in times of distress, call on God. Sometimes your mind is going to call somebody that is going to pray and intercede on your behalf, because sometimes we weak, and sometimes you might not be able to get a word through yourself because you just bogged down and you're weak. But you call somebody, or you text somebody and say, hey, I just need you to pray for me. I'm going through right now. And sometimes you only have to tell them what it is. Just tell them I need prayer, or I need you to pray. Give them a Reader's Digest version, girl. You ain't got to go all into but make sure it's somebody, girl, that's connected to God, honey. And won't he do it? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He will do it for you. I'm a living witness. I'm here to tell you that God is unchanging. He's a good God. Even when we mess up, when we come back, he's right there to accept us. All we got to do is just turn around and come back. Because the truth is that a lot of times we walk away. Come back to God and put your hand in his hand. And like I said, sometimes we're weak. If you're too weak, girl, it's been times I'm just weak and I just, God, I need you. God, repeat his word back to him. God, you said you would put no more on me than you can bear, that I can bear. You said you would put no more on me than I can bear. Well, God, this is more than I can bear. I need you, Lord. I need you. I need you to help me. I need you to bring my child out the street, Lord. My child, I'm telling y'all, I don't even have time to tell you in this vlog right now because it's really long. And I will say, whether it's depression, bipolar, mental illness, anything, sometimes it's just more than you can bear. And sometimes it's a family member, sometimes it's you. But I promise and I guarantee that if you call on God, he'll come and see about you. But anywho, girl, let me get off of here. So now I got to do the haul. I don't know. I wanted to tell you that story because it was just a trying time to give you, and girl, that, I just had a lot going on, with her. I'm having to keep Zobug every so often. And what else? It was something else, girl. It's just been a lot. And I thank God because sometimes you ever look back over a period of time in your life and you be like, how did I get through that? How I was going through so much. I know there was a time in my life with my son. It's been a few times. Because when you don't know where your child is and they could be anywhere, or you're getting phone calls all time of night that they're here, there, they're doing this and that, and you cannot sleep, honey. That's a lot. I have to talk about that some other time, because girl, that's more than I can put into this one little vlog. Anyway, so I have been busy, but I'm trying to get back regulated, y'all. I really am. To get back to doing videos. I got so many videos in my head that I want to do, and I just haven't been able to do them. But I will be doing more videos as soon as I can, and I will holler back at you in the next video. Bye.